Hey everybody, TacticAngel here, back on the World of Warships Legends on the PlayStation 4. We're going to be doing a little something special today. We're going to be starting off with a double feature. First, we're going to be on North. I am in this, the Grasse, the Tier 5 French light cruiser with the beautiful 3 triple turrets. I am starting this game off with a little extra speed on the video so that we can get to what we're talking about. First, I will go ahead and flash my commander up on the screen so you know what exactly I'm working with. If you have watched my Grasse review, thank you. But this is essentially exactly the same loadout that I was using for that. So here we are, we're moving over towards A in a hope that we can provide some sort of fire support to it. We haven't seen anything just yet, but that's all just about to change because, of course, some enemies start popping up. I have positioned myself in such a way that I can use my narrow profile to hopefully get missed a lot, but also the Grasse, at least against equal tier opponents, typically does tend to bounce some of these shots, and you can actually bow tank relatively effectively. There are certainly some shells that are going to penetrate you pretty badly through the front, but you make yourself this narrow, you're probably not going to get hit that badly. I keep putting shells down on that New York, but there are other targets. I start looking around, considering my options. I'm not really 100% sure what I'm aiming at with these shots, but I do know there are two ships over there, and I'd be happy to hit either one of them. So we do manage to light the Königsberg on fire. We continue to put some shells down on him, kind of baiting him to put out the fire, but also making sure that he knows that it's pointless to do so. Because if he does, he'll just get caught on fire again. Unfortunately, this plan doesn't exactly work, as many of TacticAngel's plans don't work. So he disappears, and instead we quickly reacquire the New York, which is now making sort of a flanking maneuver, which I do not think he is going to be able to complete. Those torpedoes start to impact him. I am still putting some heat down on him with this HE. That wasn't a very well aimed shot, but such is life. In any case, you see we start yet another fire. He puts it out. We have more shells inbound, and we continue to slowly chip away at his hit points. Those look pretty good, and this is one of the reasons why I really enjoy the Grasse, because you have a pretty accurate boat and a pretty survivable platform in spite of being a light cruiser. And light cruiser actually really does reference the caliber of its shell more than how well armored it is, but certainly if you drive your Grasse out in the middle of an open field and start taking some pretty rough shots into the side, you're going to die nice and quick. So anyway, it looks like we have finished off that New York. That's a good start. The rest of our team is doing pretty well. As you can see, we are up on ships by 2, and we have pretty much everybody's attention over here. Not specifically in terms of shooting me, but certainly their attendance at A is very good. We're still shooting the HE up until this point. I switch over to the AP because I kind of see that Königsberg coming around to, maybe sail broadside to me. It kind of looks like he's not going to do that. I decide to shoot out at that Queen Elizabeth instead, and as the Königsberg starts to turn again, now we have the AP loaded and ready. We get a pretty decent hit there. We're aiming just above the waterline here and hoping to hit him towards the back. We do catch his citadel one time, and these shells should pretty well finish him off. Not quite. But, that's how it works. These shells should finish him off. There you go. As you can see, we have kind of moved out of the way, thinking that maybe that guy was going to shoot at us with torpedoes. Pretty good guess. We start putting shells out on the other Königsberg. We are first shooting HE, but now we're going to go ahead and switch back over to AP. Just brutal. And there we go. We launched some shells. Going to finish him off a little too confidently, of course, not even watching where the shells go. And now we're on this Gata. So the Gata is pretty good little boat. Tier 5 German destroyer. It is the first destroyer that has the benefit of sonar. Something like that. Radar is really just sonar for the air, if you think about it. But we are putting a lot of hurt out there as a light cruiser. We have quite a bit of firepower, and we'll just guess that he's still there. We do hit him with some wildly aimed shots. As you can see, I'm not even zooming in here because it's kind of pointless. He must have been on fire still, and we managed to finish him off for our 4th kill. Now it looks like there's just 2 guys left on the enemy team. One of them is this Queen Elizabeth. The Queen Elizabeth has a lot of things to worry about. I am not going to make his list of nominees for top things that he needs to worry about, but I am going to put a lot of shells into him. As you can see, we've set him on fire. He puts it out. He gets hit by a whole bunch more shells. This looks like it's probably going to be aimed a little short. Yeah, not so good. Let's go ahead and fix that. You know how TacticAngel accuracy goes. It's a little questionable. We get a lot of hits there. Pretty great. And we managed to capture the base, which is also pretty great. Then finish him off for our 5th kill. There you go. 400,000 units on 88,000 damage with 5 kills. What you're seeing now is a very fast-forwarded version of TacticAngel looking about how good or bad he's doing on the day, and then loading into another game. Essentially, the reason why I show you all that is because... Wow, that sounds weird and fast forward. Essentially, I show this to you because something weird happened to me, and this is something that I was kind of recording on the work up to my Grasse video, and I didn't want to put this out as part of my video because, of course, I didn't want to give anybody an unrealistic expectation about what they could expect with the ship. So anyway, we take it back to real time so that we can watch what actually is happening in this game. I am moving out to my port side, putting a lot of shells out there. First we're aiming at this Omaha, and then we're aiming at this island, and I think we got it. I think we got the island pretty well. In any case, not a lot of targets right now, but we're going to continue to move up. We've got some pretty aggressive players on our own team, and I am more than happy to support aggressive players in this sort of game. It's something that doesn't usually benefit me all that much, but I do like to see people who are playing the game with a certain zest for killing the enemy. So we're moving up on this Nuremberg. I'm picking the Nuremberg and kind of hoping to keep him off of the other people who are, actually trying to engage the people capturing our base. He's giving me a big juicy broadside, so I'm back to the AP. If I get lucky, I can do something like that. And that's a pretty nice result. I should be able to finish him off here even without a very good hit. There you go. In any case, it does look like we have lost our cap here, and it does look like we have plenty of angry little destroyers in our area. I switch back over to the HE. I start targeting one of them, and then I realize that there's actually this other Japanese boat that's a little too close for comfort, so I switch to start targeting him. Now, I completely ignore this Omaha, I think, that travels in front of me, because the Mitsuki is a little bit more... it's more of a pressing concern for me, because as a cruiser, I really do want to get those destroyers out of the game so that they don't kill my battleships. We accidentally hit the Omaha with the torpedoes, and then we finish off another destroyer. We're up to 4 kills. So we're going to speed this up a little bit because, of course, there's not a whole lot going on. What I'm going to go do right now is travel into D. I'm going to sit on it until it's ours. It was always ours. It was just wrongfully appropriated by the enemy team. And I always encourage people to try to capture the base, because capturing bases is very important to winning games. Do not drive through bases without capturing them. That will make me go apoplectic, which is a lovely word. I'll let you look that up in the thesaurus, if you care. Now, not to be a braggart, but what I'm going to start doing is shooting at this Omaha a lot, and I'm going to miss. Just a ton. So, this is kind of one of those weird situations where it's like, how many shots in a row can I miss? Right? Because that's not even really all that close. This guy's doing a lot of active maneuvering. One of the things I don't think I really talked about much in my review of the Grasse is the shells do have a certain lag in the air. They're kind of lobbed in there, so you can end up missing a lot of shots like I'm doing right now. I might be also making excuses, but you know, I don't know. I'm not doing a great job, and certainly if you watch several of my videos, you know that I'm usually at least a little bit better at hitting things. We get lucky there. We hit a citadel and not much else. At this point, this strategy of driving around in circles is not so much working. As a couple more citadels hit, we managed to get our high caliber, and we've got some shells out there. Not quite finishing them off. At this point, you're kind of holding your breath as a player, hoping that you are the person who manages to get the next hit. And there you go. Kraken Unleashed. Just a phenomenally random result where I managed in 2 games in a row to score a Kraken Unleashed. Incidentally, I've only scored 2 Kraken Unleashed in the Grasse, so please do not think this is representative of what you can normally expect, but I did kind of want to share it with you guys because I had a good time. Thank you everybody again for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.